Just to recall about what we have covered in the last classes. So after that, we had some delay because you had to give the third test, and also I had given up to 5 assignments. Please see that all the students submit the assignments in time, and already the 3 tests objective we have taken. I have already given the marks, and maybe the next test what I will have descriptive questions, the date of which will be informed to you later on. Okay. Now, just to recall your earlier sessions, just to the fifth module we are concentrating. Fifth module basically deals with product development, and that is product building and structures. That is the area where we have to concentrate. In that, most important to you is to understand what is virtual reality, for which already I have explained to you in the last session. These are the slides which we have discussed. So our concentration is basically on virtual product development. How this virtual reality is utilized in product developing. So that is our ultimate goal, for which we need to study basically what is virtual reality, which I have explained to you in detail about what is virtual reality, what is the development of virtual reality, what are the various areas where it is applied, what are the various hardware and software required for virtual reality, and all other things we have discussed. So just to recall you, this is about virtual reality: visualize, manipulate, and interact. This is the simulated world which we create. We create something which is there in our imagination or creation. So earlier we were having 2 dimensions. So virtual reality basically did 3D. It is more or less that you are directly interacting with something which exists right in front of you. Imagination, for which I have explained the example of walkthrough 3D walkthrough software, where even if you are not constructed the house, the uh, architect or a civil engineer will create the house in front of you, such a feeling that you are seeing the real house in front of you. All. So it is not only related, your senses should feel it, you should be able to manipulate, you should be interact, you should be responsive and empathetic. You are emotionally involved in it. So you have the feeling how the house looks, like that. See, if you create a model, you will have just a look how your house looks. But here in virtual reality, what we are trying to implement is your senses will feel that how you actually feel as if you are entering the house. The door opens, you enter the house. This is a veranda and all like that. So these things we have discussed to you. Once again, I just recalled. These are the 4 important elements which we have discussed: sensory feedback, interactivity, immersion, and 3D virtual. These are the examples which we have discussed, and these are all the technology what is used for display. Various advanced technology have come. Head mounted display, head track displays. See, head mounted is directly connected to your eyes. You can see in like your spectacles, you can wear them and you can enjoy them. Even now, a lot of games have come. People are enjoying those games. This is the various projection technology based VR, virtual sphere. This is the last element. Interactive means it gives you a feeling that you are interacting with something which is not really physically existing. It is existing in your imagination that is created as a model in front of you. Okay, these are the various applications are there. As I said, that you can use in tourism, where you can attract the tourists. You can use a statistical software where you can show all the data in a beautiful 3D. This means medical people can imagine for teaching or for remote operations. There is telepresence, that is tele medicine. Then scientific simulations also are used. Entertainment, as you know, that it's a big market where the games are created in such a way that you feel that you yourself are playing through the screen. These are all the applications. So now, so far as we have studied virtual reality, now our application is how this virtual reality is used for product development. So whenever a company wants to develop a product, as you know, if you directly go to manufacture the product in the real life, so you need tools, jigs, switcher designing, lot of effort is done. And in this process it takes more time, more investment. Afterwards you feel that something goes wrong, so before launching that product in the market, you have to go for testing. So all these various phases of product development will take time. So now, how this is be greatly influenced with the development of virtual reality. So the name, by utilizing virtual reality, you develop a product is called as virtual product development. Okay. So now this slide is very, very important. See, you have in your mind that we design some model on the screen, we test it, go for FEM analysis and all. That's not the end of it. It is one part. So virtual product development will basically touch all the aspects of product development. It will help you to understand the market. It will help you to design the product, detailed design, and virtual manufacturing. There's a new word which also you should know. How before actually going to manufacture virtually, you are trying to see how the product can be manufactured. Then there is virtual process planning that will help you to develop all the various aspects of process planning. It is virtually done. Marketing, even you can release some virtual images to the audience, to the customers, where before existing produce some selected premium customers, you can show them the product and you can get them feedback. So this is, see, you have removed from your mind that virtual reality means only designing the product. Virtual reality will help you in all the aspects of product development: virtual designing, virtual process planning, virtual manufacturing, and even to some extent for sales and marketing. So this is the definition of virtual product development, where in all the phases I said, no, manufacturing, creation, testing, prototype, all is done by using virtual product development. We literally all the phases of product development using a combination of your latest hardware as well as various softwares are there, which we'll discuss. Okay. So VPD, what are the advantages? Lot of advantages are there. Again, different slides will be there to explain to you. But basically, reducing time, saving the cost, understanding the product in a better way, so it interacts three things: technology, process, and people. Okay, that is the main concept of VPD. Okay, as I said, you remove from your mind that virtual reality is used only in designing the product. It is used in design, it is used in manufacturing, it is used in marketing. Is it clear? So you should not think that we develop some model, test it. It is used for both. Design is one part, basic important part. Also virtual manufacturing is there. Then also marketing. See, as a customer, as I said, no, you can launch the product in a virtual form and release it to your premium customers, where they will really feel how the product looks like. Suppose you are launching a new television. Before launching it, you can show the image to some selected customers and then take the feedback. So before, so all this is done before manufacturing. So this is how things are really done. So these are examples where see, you are using virtual reality for space planning and marketing. You are using for a wheelchair project. Okay. So now coming back to the basic definition, as I said, no, virtual reality is used in design, manufacturing, and marketing. Where it is used in design? This is our core study, virtual product design. I think you have studied in CAD CAM all about computer aided design. So that is just an example where virtual product design is used. Then this is only designing. Once you design, you have to test it. That is product simulation. You simulate the model, you put it to some test, and then you can later product staging. So what is this product staging? So you can design some retail space planning using virtual reality. Consumer research you can do. Already I explained to you, and you can predict the behavior analysis. And also virtual reality is used in virtual process planning. It is assembly, visualization, plant, even the entire plant. See, here civil also is very, very important. Before you design the plant, your assembly plant, manufacturing plant, retail marketing plant, whatever is there, that entire plant will be there in front of you. So what is the use of seeing the product, imagining, realizing, sensing. If you want to make any changes at any point of time, you can make it without investment or without any input. Okay. So these are the major benefits of reduction of time, better imagination, flexibility. Any changes can be done before, after you do everything. See, the cost is reduced because unnecessary investment cannot be made. So what is the points? Virtual reality is applied in product development, that is called as virtual product development. Virtual product development is not limited to only one phase, three phases it covers: virtual design, virtual manufacturing, virtual marketing. How it is done? In product design, product simulation. See, lot of things are there which you can do without a really creating. For example, if for an aeroplane, if there is a landing gear, how it behaves when the aeroplane is about to land, what are the stress it is involved, that you can analyze. If you want to design helicopter blades, you can design well in advance through virtual modeling, simulation, testing, and analysis. What are the various stress it is involved in that small helicopter gears, helicopter blades? Then you can develop a microprocessor. How you can see how it works. What are the various thermal aspects of that microprocessor? When do you put that microprocessor in some device, how the heat is transferred, what are the heat transfer analysis, whether it is able to accommodate this heat, and after accommodating such heat, whether it is still able to transmit the information. See, all these are things which you can imagine, create, visualize, sense, and do. These are off the floor, not on the floor. Of the before going to shop floor, you do all these things. Okay. So now, what is important for what is a VPD? So it's a collaborative work. It's a web-based environment where you are creating a real-time product as if it exists. Okay. So now, what are the advantages? See, it will help the practitioners to arrive at the right idea more quickly, to predict the things more better. See, launching the product without taking customer feedback and waiting it to fail, it's disastrous. So you reduce the time. Market failure is reduced because already you are developing some prototype models. Visually, I mean to say, you are taking customer feedback, and that probably will help you to make some changes, and all the product development costs are reduced. Okay. So these are all the points I have made which will help you to understand what is the importance of virtual product design. Okay. See, again, I have got certain slides you. See, earlier you are doing some work. So that same work can be done by conventional method or virtual. Conventional means non-virtual. Okay. Earlier, what is the process here? You want to draw the diagram. Earlier, what used to do non-virtual method, using your drafter, your pen, scale, sheet, you used to draw the figure. Virtually, what we do, using software like CAD. So every process what we are using, what we used to do earlier, that is, I mean to say, before the advent of virtual reality, all those things can be done very comfortably by adopting virtual reality. That is the main advantage of virtual reality, which in the due course of time you will come to know uh, how virtual reality can be successfully applied. So it allows the designer to take important decisions at the right time. Okay. So as I said, the virtual product development coordinates three things. Earlier also I have mentioned: people, process, and technology. Three things. Okay. So it will help you to develop a product virtually before even if you are not creating, you can see the product in front of you. And more is last point you can stress here what I said. It speaks about flexibility. It speaks about when any particular period of time you feel that something is wrong in the design, you can very easily alter it without any fault. Okay. So that is reflected in its physical properties. Okay. So as I said, no, virtual design, virtual manufacturing, virtual marketing, that is supply chain and distribution channel. So now to carry out this VPD, as you know that it is used in design, manufacturing, marketing. Different softwares are used that we will again discuss in the next slides. See, this is one more thing what I want to just tell you briefly. Virtual product development means it is virtual manufacturing, virtual marketing, virtual design, virtual process planning. So what is virtual process planning? It's a new concept for, so you can, it's a part of manufacturing only. It's a new concept for manufacturing companies, which is very successfully used by a lot of companies. Okay. So it is about designing of your plant, how the process is planned. Okay, the entire production process before actually going for production, you can see the entire production process can be designed. You can virtually see it. Any changes are there in your plant layout, movement of men, movement of materials, location of machinery, how the product is planned, unnecessary time can be calculated, and wherever possible you can try to reduce the time and increase the efficiency by using this method. So there is one of the most important advantages of virtual reality adopted in virtual process planning. Now basically we need to concentrate on virtual manufacturing. What is virtual manufacturing? So, so virtual design, I think you are more or less aware that is CAD part, virtual manufacturing, CAM, computer machining, what we call. So it is not only machining about all the product and process design. You are using machine tool, robot, computer integrated manufacturing, what we call. All these domains will be helpful in understanding this. Even these are all very wide topics. Even you can use virtual manufacturing, how it improves the quality. What is the effect? How quality is improved by using virtual manufacturing. All these things we can study. These are some of the examples. See, now if you want to see virtual manufacturing, so these are all the parts where we actually take the help of virtual reality. See, like this we have hundreds of slides where we can see, understand. Before actually creating using the functional data, geometric data, we can go for lot of creating of models, then we can put them to testing, then whatever data is required for simulation is done, and then feedbacks are taken from all the various points so that we can improve the design. These are simulation systems. One more slide. See, simulating system is actually before producing product, you create a model and try to simulate it so that if you want to make any changes, we can make the changes. This is a simple example we have taken of the vehicle. Different systems are there in a vehicle, the how they are related. Some are to do with interdisciplinary because they involve both mechanical, electronics, and artificial intelligence or latest technology have to build your computer fluid dynamics. Okay, so then complex interaction, all these things. See, even optimization of design also is very much possible. These are all things which have been possible. These are some of the examples which are further given. What are the challenges, what is the solution, and what is the effect of finding the impact. So means once you adopt the solution, what are the changes, if you have some problem, how we need to fix the model, how you can filter the various suggestions, all these we can do with the help of the virtual. This is one more example we have given. So again, this is a very simple, different slides we can take how virtual product development is very important. So it reduces the time, saves money, improves on cost. And one specific example, what it is there are certain conditions which are non-linear. That is, technically speaking, they are not practically possible to test even in your regular testing. At that time, you can go for a VPD. So complex challenges and problems can be answered and using virtual product development. Your vehicle crash test and a lot of the test, simulation test before manufacturing the product, you can go for. See, now why I given this slide is these are 4 to 5 slides are there where you can really feel how actually virtual methods have an impact on the processes of product development. See, on the first we have got, this is a procedure what we need to follow. This is the methodology what we follow by earlier method. Now how these are influenced by using virtual methods. So every phase, every single activity of product development is influenced by virtual reality or virtual method or virtual product development or virtual design, virtual manufacturing and virtual process planning. See, as I said now, that is the step you have to obtain customer needs, including performance loss. So this earlier you used to do with some interviews by meeting them, observation. This is non-virtual. Virtual method, you can put some Google Forms, you can put some questionnaires on the web, you can interact with them, and realistic simulation can be done by with science. These are all the things. How you used to do, these are the steps, how you used to do, how you are doing. See, assign quantity specifications. How you used to do calculations from requirement existing designs. So now the same work is done by computer simulation. Generate functional and physical decompositions. Already I have said you are splitting up the work into parts. We already should know what is decomposition. So that usually used by sketches, notes, and brainstorming. Now it is done by architecture evaluation systems using technology simulations. Okay. See, every work in detail, how it is done earlier, how it has been done now using this one, virtual methods. Okay. There are some methods which cannot be replaced by virtual methods. Still, we are doing non-virtual. All very clearly I have answered. How it is done by non-virtual, how it is done by virtual. See, earlier do detailed design of components and system. Earlier used for manual drawings. Now it is replaced by CAD plus functional performance simulators, tolerance analysis software. Now, what is the next operation? Determine that detailed design specification can be met by available and economic process. So now it was done by discussion in of some subjects experts in the field of engineering and manufacturing. Now that has been replaced by simulations, process algorithm, cost analysis, and comparison algorithms using process capability data. Okay. So these are the things which we are already have listed. You can go to each and every part. How see earlier identify and evaluate suppliers or vendors, whatever they call, used for qualification, past expression. But now you are using virtual data exchange, online bidding, online tenders, online negotiation through video conferencing, etc. Okay. Now here see, integrate product subsystems and verify product. That used to do by testing of subsystem, some models used to create and mock-ups you do, but that is purely replaced by 3D solids, computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing, plus computer fluid dynamics, CFD, and lot of softwares are there. So this will clearly help you to understand the difference between earlier and now. Lot of things are already discussed to you. They begin production, find problems and fix them. So it is done by production, but now there is no actual production going on. You can go for data acquisition, comparison of simulation and actual operation. You can visualize and make the things what I have discussed. So this is a brief idea about virtual product development, and you should think that not only virtual reality is applied, not yeah, most popularly you feel that it is involved only in design. So it is in product development, it influences three things: virtual design, virtual manufacturing, and virtual process planning. In almost all the fields of product development, virtual reality has some role to play, for which these four slides what I have displayed will help you to understand. Okay. So this is for the session what we have taken. Next again, what are the various tools which are used for product building and structures in virtual product development, like digital mockup, 3D CAD systems, and all there are there. That will take up in the next classes. So first classes was about virtual reality. Next class is about virtual product development I have stressed. And the next two sessions will be probably about 3D CAD systems. So already 3D CAD systems you are more familiar, you have studied during your manufacturing processes, and we will have a brief discussion on digital mockup. So as you already aware that we let us proceed a bit gradually, because earlier what we thought that May end used to be the last working day, but on the request of a lot of faculty and other members, principals, the VTO extend the term and 15 days. So within 15 days again, we'll try to cover up all these things in a better way. So please refer to the classes. All the notes I have already given to you for module 2, module 3, and module 4. Fifth module also I will give, and after all these, all the slides what we have prepared, I'll be sharing with you. 3 objective tests already we have conducted, and now assignments 5 given, but next test will be descriptive, the details of which we will be sharing with you in the due course. Okay, so please complete your assignments well within time, and please refer to the classes what we have uploaded on the YouTube channel, so that you can refer to it. Plus they are supported by all the notes also I have given to you. Thank you. We will continue with the next session.